welcome everybody.
We got somebody named Michael.
That's who was trying to get in last time. Same person.
So welcome everybody. Today is March 9th, 2026. This is the Village of Hannah City Council meeting. Ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Recognition of guests. Michael, we see you're online. Let's see what you're here for. Michael, you're muted.
Can you click ask to unmute?
Little blue. No, up a little bit underneath us.
Do what?
There's a little ask to unmute button right there.
Normally it gives me a...
Michael, can you unmute your phone or computer? Michael, second warning, can you please unmute and state your business? Okay, go ahead and remove. I'll get sued over that. So no guests. Approval of previous meeting minutes. Everybody should have a copy of our February 23rd, 2026 meeting minutes.
Yes, and I did correct.
Make a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes as submitted.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Johnson. Any further discussion, comments, changes, corrections? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Anything under engineers?
You've got some.
Oh, sorry, treasury report. I always do that. Why?
Top liver?
No.
Because he's already taken care of that.
Nothing really out of the ordinary on the treasurer's report anyway. We do have the interest statement showing $66,668 in interest for the month.
I did ask her to add the rate in the future reports, so it's a daily rate, so it fluctuates, but at least that way we can see the rates going up and down and kind of track it, and that kind of helps explain what's coming in and not coming in.
Well, just to give you guys an idea, that interest right there pretty much paid for our sheriff's services for the month.
Yeah.
Because it was $6,666. No, $6,660 even.
Mm-hmm.
So we got $8.07. Don't spend it all in place.
The one thing I would point out is we ended up renting that barn from Gully for one more month because of the cold weather at the beginning of the month. So that's in there. That's what that payment is for.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report and pay all outstanding debts.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any further comments, corrections, or changes? We'll call it. Weaver?
Yes.
Pearson?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Motion carries. Anything else under the treasurer's report? Thought I'd ask.
I appreciate it.
The only thing under engineering report is I talked with Caleb and sending the minutes where we approved it. They said they're cool. They don't need to sign a contract or anything. he said we can just do it project by project until if we get to a place where we want to name them full-time engineer. But so right now we'll just move forward with.
You had to talk with Brandon.
Yeah, I talked with Brandon, and he and I emailed back and forth today, and he wants to get together sometime and chat. So
Okay. Okay. Turner's report.
Yeah, I don't have very much tonight. We've been working on which regards zoning and building codes. We're in the process of filing the petition to intervene for the water rate hike with Illinois American. And the legal opinion for the water tower loan has been submitted to Brandon. So,
Okay.
other than that, that's all I have.
Okay.
I have a question for
Oh,
Shanna, if that's
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
We got a notice in the mail that there's the hearing with the ICC for the Illinois American thing was on March 17th. Is that the date, or is that what you knew?
I didn't know that yet because we had to get an account and apply and do all that first. So tomorrow we will get that. The service list has increased, so we have to type all that up and submit that with our petition.
Oh, okay.
But thank you. I will make a note of that and make sure I check that once
Was that
once
a
our
hard
account
copy
is.
that came in the mail?
It's
Yeah.
just what we get all
It's
the
just what
time.
we
It's just a standard ICC one.
Yeah.
We get them all the time because we're in
But
that
does it
district.
say specifically that Illinois American Water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ameren has one also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ameren has them all the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
this is
just wanted to
notice
make
of a
sure. you
pre-hearing
know.
conference to all parties of interest. Notice is hereby given to the administrative law judge to the pre-hearing conference. The above entitled matter to be held March 17th at 11 a.m. The hearing will be via WebEx, and participants may join the meeting by clicking this link. So I'm going to hold on to this, and I'll give it back to you.
Just curious, is there still just us and another town, or has there been more other towns kind of joining in at this point?
Last time I checked, it was just us in another town, although I have not checked. I did not check at the end of last week or this week.
Okay.
I know there were a lot of people on the service list, but a lot of those are people from Illinois American, people from the ICC, different people like that. But as far as municipalities, it looked just like Bolingbrook right now.
Okay, thank you.
So, and just so you know, especially Cassandra and Brian, because I know you're the FOIA officers, there has been an influx. Municipalities are receiving quite a few of those from the same people that you received them from earlier. So just be on the lookout. You may be getting more. I'm not sure. But I know Bill attended a municipal seminar the other day, and they said that it's all over the state. So just be on a lookout for that. And if you need to see if any of them follow under the exceptions, let me know.
Yeah, we've probably done 12.
Yeah, about 12.
Wow.
It was last year?
No, different. But it's the same group each. All the 12 have been the same.
Okay.
What are their names and addresses?
I don't have them off the top of my head, but
Are they mailing?
What's their phone?
We get emails.
And they're not coming to me.
They're coming direct to us. I don't know why.
actually they come direct to him, and he forwards them to me.
No, that's fine.
They haven't
Yeah.
been, they're not, most of them haven't been too hard.
No.
But they're still a hassle.
Yeah, they're always a pain.
But we got
And then that's all I have.
Okay. Administrative report.
Okay, so in your deck you've got a summary of things. Since we didn't have a lot on the agenda tonight, I just decided to try to give an update on like all the things that are going on maybe in each area. On the budget, Cassandra and I do have the draft spreadsheets complete. I would say they're probably 95% where we want them to. We have some refining yet to do. We like the TIF increment number we've got to get in April. I got the reports today for the February financials, so we'll be working on those tomorrow. But once I get done with those, we may go back and make some adjustments. Once we know exactly what the loan amounts are going to be, we may make some adjustments there. But the goal is to vote on the budget the last meeting in March, the 23rd. We can always push to the first meeting in April, but I hope to have it in front of you for the next meeting, and then we can vote on that. Technically, we don't have to vote on the budget because we do an appropriations ordinance and after the fact, but we've always done it that way just to say this is we're approving kind of the cost that we've built in, and then we do the appropriations ordinance 30 days, I think, after the new fiscal year. The Public Works building, tomorrow we should find out exactly what the final financials are going to look like, or what our principal payment will be in our interest payment. Then we've got a meeting on the 18th where we'll have all of the documents here and we'll have a big signing party. So Denise and Tony and Cassandra all have to sign documents on that date. And then there's a bunch of other things that we need to do, but we'll just jump through those hurdles as they come. We're technically scheduled to have the funds on March 28th in place. I think that's going to work out well because I don't think we will actually have to pay Blunier the next installment before then. So we should have the money and then be able to just pay them right out of that. The site plan, you guys have a copy of that in front of you. And the specific thing that we're focusing on right now is grading. The engineers are saying that we need to put in dry wells or something and do soil samples, and it's all extra money. And Roger and I have kind of decided that we're going to take the site plan and do the best. I've told the engineers, give us your best shot without doing that other stuff. And then if we have to come back later and add that stuff, we will. But we think we're going to be fine because we didn't have that much standing water in the past in that location. So I don't know if you guys have thoughts or concerns about that. Let me know. I've got the grading quote underneath the buildings and grounds report later. When we did talk to the guy who would do the grading, we did talk about, and the farmer was there. We had a meeting with everybody to make sure that everybody would be fine. But they said maybe we could, if we had to, we could put in some field tile and take it out to the space between the Sportsman's Club and we own that kind of roadway, all that goes all the way back along the field and next to the Sportsman's Club, and we could put in our own little drainage system out there if we needed to. They all felt comfortable that we could do that if we had a problem.
Did you talk to the Sportsman's Club? Because they used to have a drainage issue, I know.
They used to have what?
A drainage issue. The T-ball fields used to be just
Baseball field, yeah. You used to have about a foot
standing
of
water.
When I lived in this over on Center Street, the last house right there against the
I mean,
Sportsman's
it
Club.
would go far back
Okay.
into the second field.
So I'll talk to Roger and those guys about that.
Yeah.
Jim knows about it.
Our thinking is let's
He needs to at least run tiles.
I guess my point is let's do what we think we can do based upon the grading plan, and then if we have an issue, then we can deal with it. If we don't, then why spend the money if we don't have to. Title II, so I'm supposed to have the zoning work on by April 1st. Shanna's working on a draft of the rest of Title II, and we'll plug the zoning in. And then our tentative thing is to vote on that the last meeting of this fiscal year and be done with it, paid for, and have the code book done and paid for on this year's business. That's the hope. Lagoon Solar, we met with Jason, had him come out here, and we went through the system's called eGauge that allows you to look and see how your system's performing. It's actually performing as designed. Roger was trained on how to look at the system and look at it. We had some discussions about maintenance. So if there's goose manure or if there's snow, we can do some things, and we put processes in place to kind of take care of that. But we are creating the energy that we thought to. We've been working with Nathan and those guys to make sure that we're seeing that translated into the bills. And we think we are at this point. The one concern that we have is that on the aggregation side, if there's a thought that if we were with one aggregation company and then we switch to another one, that the credits might not transfer. And so our plan is to put the lagoon back on Ameren and just leave it on Ameren. That way we always know that the credits are going to be good and we'll be able to use them. We probably need to have a conversation on aggregation on another day, but I'm starting to wonder whether it's worth it. We're not really saving the money. I think having our own accounts managed by them is saving us some, but I think the community aggregation we may want to do, it may have run its course, and I'm hearing other communities say the same thing. And then we're going to have a decision to make. We're waiting on the federal rebate money. It's supposed to be around $170,000. We're hoping we're going to have that before the new fiscal year so that we can put that down. And then the budget will be, what we'll pay. We'll have that money already paid off of it. If we don't, then the budget, it's going to look different. We'll either have to push out our interest only or we'll have to make a higher payment for a while. And then I sent a note to Ryan and some, the mayor to talk about whether or not we might want to use some of the money that we've set aside for sewer lining and some other things to pay down more of that loan up front and then pay ourselves back without, so we're not paying interest on. If that makes sense. So we'll talk about all that in budget. The water tower, the application, which was a friggin' phone book. What was there, 27 signatures or something like that? It was like this thick, wasn't it? It was.
Each one was almost that
another
thick.
3 copies.
So it's been submitted, and basically I think we're just in wait mode and should hear something by late summer. And then CEDC, I had Sarah give me an update. We've got 8 TIF applications, grant applications. 2 of them were, the property was in both TIF and BDD. So we'll have to sort through how we're going to handle that. We've got 2 incomplete applications that people have submitted stuff, but we're working with them to get the stuff that we need. And then interestingly, we have 0 BDD applications, the program that we've been running for the last several years. No residential, no commercial, nothing on the BDD side. So, which is not a terrible thing. Anyway, thoughts, questions?
More sidewalk money.
That's a lot of sidewalk money.
Yeah. It's $100,000 worth.
That'll get you 3 feet.
Yep.
That's all I have.
Any questions for Brian on those? Okay. Committee reports. Mr. Pearson?
Nothing to report.
Wiley doesn't have anything under planning and zoning. Anything under sanitary sewer?
Nope.
Water?
Brian just covered everything I had, so nothing to report.
Water?
Nope. In the report.
Buildings and grounds?
There's a shop for the drawings on the site grading here, and I guess our guys are kind of thinking that we need some help doing that.
Well, yeah, they are. Predominantly because they want to take the technology and use the GPS stuff. And this is the young man that did tore out all the buildings and did the other work for us. He's got a dozer that's got the GPS set up so we can get the information from the engineers and plug it in and go from there. We ended up having him quoted. It's just to see where we were. The engineers told us that we'd probably be around 25 or 30,000. He came in less than that because it's below 25. I don't think we have to have multiple bids or anything at this point. But we're happy to do that if you guys say that's what you want. And we told him he had to have prevailing wage. That was one thing that he did put in here. So I guess in summary, what we're talking about is if you're comfortable with this, we would approve him doing the grading. We do have to wait on a permit. There's a NOI or something permit that we've got to get from the Illinois EPA. And it takes 30 days to get it. And I know they submitted it last week. That would put the grading like right at the beginning of April. We're supposed to get the money March 28th. And then once the grading's done, Roger and those guys will do the rock and stuff for the roads. They're going to do that themselves, and then prep the spot for the building. And then Blunier will come in after that and start construction, which is then when they do that, we'll owe that second phase of money, which I believe is around $120,000. But we should have the loan from the bonds money here in advance of that, so we should be able to pay them right out of that. So we've got a quote for $15,100 with prevailing wage to do the grading based upon this site plan. But we're not doing the soil samples or the dry wells at this point. We're gonna see if we can't manage that on our own if we have drainage issues. And just as a sidebar, we're working with Ameren and others on the utilities and working to get the gas line over there and all that stuff set up as well, which is in coordination with the site plan so that they know where all that stuff's going to go.
Okay, so these plans were done by our actual.
These were done by Caleb and his team.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Those are already paid for.
Okay.
The only debate we're having right now with the engineers is the timing of and if we need the dry wells and that kind of stuff. But Roger and Cooper is this kid's name. They believe that we can handle that a different way and not have to spend extra money to
Put those dry wells on. What are the normal depth on those if they put those in?
A dry well, they're usually like a 6 foot, 7 foot round structure that's anywhere from 8 to 10 foot deep.
and that just holds the water for a while until it.
Yeah, and like the bottom half will have holes in it.
Yeah, I think there's a drawing in here.
And then you run a tile line.
You rock in it?
You put rock around it, you put like a fabric around it, and then rock up against there and allows the water to seep out.
I saw that on this old house.
Nice.
I think they can do it.
Well, they seemed confident that they could do
Yeah,
that work themselves and not have to go through the.
because they already do water lines and stuff, so they know how to get there.
The only, this quote from AKW's fairly vague. I see he's not providing any materials to get things up to grade. And he's not responsible for trucking anything off either.
Okay.
It says not trucking rock or soils into project or off-site.
So Roger and Brad, I don't know if you've been back there, but they believe they've got all the rock that they need already on site. They've been hauling it for months, little bits at a time. I don't know if we believe there's going to be a whole lot of material that needs to be hauled off. I don't know that. Or if Roger's planning on doing that with our truck or not.
Are we gonna need to truck in soil?
I don't believe so. But I can go back and get additional details if you want.
So he says he's grading out gravel surfaces, drives, and building pad for phase 4. Does that mean he's
So he'd be doing the road
getting
for,
subgrade ready so that we can put rock on it?
correct. I think when he's done, Roger and Brad will be able to then put the rock down for the 2 roads and for the building pad. Well, keep asking. I want to make sure we got it right.
Yeah, I mean, somewhere in there, I would want him to say that subgrade will be plus or minus a 10.
Subgrade will be what?
Plus or minus a 10.
Plus or minus 1/10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Anything else?
So I mean, because there's going to be different levels. The parking lot's going to be different level than the road. The building's going to be a different level than the the parking area. So all of those grades need to be. I mean, he can't just go out there and just
Needs to be
make
within
one-
1/10 of what they're calling for right here.
Yeah. So I mean, if we got 10 inches of product in the parking lot, then that grade needs to be 10 inches down.
So
Like I
basically,
say,
yeah.
plus or minus a 10th, it could be, 11 to,
Okay.
but, and then, the building pad's gonna be a different
That'll have footers.
subgrade.
Yeah.
So,
So if he commits to, if we approve it based upon the contingency that he has to have the subgrade plus or minus 1/10 based upon this plan, you'd be comfortable. Or is there more you want?
yeah, I'd be comfortable with that. I mean, that's a pretty good price, but, he's not doing any trucking or supplying any material, so.
Yeah.
But the, running the dozer for 4 or 5 days with the GPS is gonna be $15,000.
Yeah.
You said it is or isn't?
No, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just, see if he could put that, subgrades plus or minus a 10
Okay.
for various,
According to the site plan.
according to the drawings.
To the site grading plan.
Yeah.
Yes, because there's one whole grading plan here.
And I'll confirm with Roger on the trucking material. That's not an issue. I'm pretty sure it's not.
If we need more, we can always get it here, so. So, with the exception of the change that needs to be made, the contingent on that statement being added, plus or minus a 10th, in accordance with the site grading plan. I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Weaver, second by Pearson. Any further discussion, comments, questions? Roll call it. Pearson?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Motion carries. Anything else under building and ground?
That's all I got.
Streets and alleys? CDC, Mr. Sidak?
Other than what Brian said, nothing to report.
And we don't have anything in administration yet. Did you see the new report that they're gonna send us?
Yep.
They sent us an example today, so it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So,
Except for wasn't on information.
yeah. Next board meeting is March 23rd. I forgot about it. 6 p.m. Correspondence, Logan Trevoli Fire Protection District has requested a temporary liquor license for,
It's the Hannah
Yeah, for the
City.
pork chop thing.
Do you know the dates?
It's the, I do, I sent it to you in the
Is
email,
it
and I
like
forgot what it is off the top of my head. June 13th, maybe?
Hang on, I know Jesse thinks it open.
because I didn't see it on my
Yeah, June
calendar.
13th.
June 13th.
Jake Guppy is gonna be at the next meeting to talk about it.
I don't got it.
You mean,
He doesn't need to be here.
But he wants to talk about the road closure and the fire winger stuff as well. Is what I,
You know,
we can,
I approve their temporary liquor license for June 13th, and we'll waive the fee on that. I don't need board approval as liquor commissioner, so we'll do that.
Do we need to vote on closing the road?
That we will have to bring to the board for road closure.
Okay.
Because we also have to let Peoria County know.
he said he was gonna come to, or he's gonna zoom in at least to the next meeting.
Okay.
What's his name?
Jake Guppy.
Just like the fish.
Alrighty.
Anything else come before the board this evening?
Saw some posts on social media about a group going around warning residents about a road closure for solar work or something. Have you guys heard anything about this?
I have, and there was also, well, I've heard of two. There was one that was harassing somebody off of Joe Dan, and then there was another one last night over, Jim actually ran him out of town. And he asked the lady for a permit. The lady got belligerent with him, called him a name, called his wife a name. Jim ran him out of town. So I don't know, other than calling Peoria County, there's nothing else that we can tell people to do, but
I haven't heard anything about a road closure. Just we've had
No, I
couple
haven't.
incidents with people trying to sell.
Yeah, I can't remember the street. It might have been that same street.
yeah.
They had told somebody that there was going to be a road closure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about the road closure, but yeah, there were two solar people in town that I know of.
I know that Ameren has people changing out poles, and they're like taking both sides of the road.
I don't know if that's related.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Ameren's pretty easy. They have the big trucks that say Ameren on them.
Well, it says Intigen or something.
But they're
But
actually they're doing
They're a
the work.
huge, yeah.
They're
You
doing
know
the
what
work.
they're
So
doing.
I know we periodically send out like through the app, just letting people know to ask for permits or whatever.
If anybody comes in and gets an actual building permit, we send out something in the app
Yeah.
as well. That way people know they're coming. But
His
nobody
point
has
is
been-
maybe we should be preemptive again and send something out that if there's somebody that's selling something, make sure that you ask for their permit. If they don't have one, send them up to Village Hall.
and if they say they don't need a
Or if
permit,
you're
tell them they can
wondering.
call Peoria County Sheriff's Department if they
Yep.
feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
or threatened.
Yeah, if they so.
This resident was
Right.
saying that they felt weird about how the people
Yeah.
were interacting.
Well, and obviously the one that Jim ran out of town
Yeah.
got mouthy with him. So
Did they? Oh, he's not an elected official.
Maybe we just, on the master calendar, how we have the spring communications where we put out all the stuff for spring. When the weather's nice, maybe that we need to add this to it. If there's people out there doing panhandling or whatever, that
okay, I can do that.
Note of interest. As board members and mayor, we are elected officials through the state of Illinois. So if anybody does ever threaten you in a manner to do bodily harm against you, please report it to the sheriff's department. That is a felony in the state of Illinois. If you're under your legal position, not if you're out at a bar drinking and someone threatens to kick your butt.
doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count. So, nothing else come before board. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, Shauna.
Thank you.